Welcome to IDB. We've seen quite a few projectors on the market, but none quite as capable as the CC Aurora from XGIMI. This is not their first one, but this has so many really cool features in it that we just had to take a look. So getting the basic specs out of the way, this can handle 4K input and it has a resolution of 720p, which is pretty decent for such an affordable and small speaker. It uses a DLP display and can project an image up to 180 inches in size. Compared to other projectors in its size, it can do a ridiculous amount of lumens. The light output is 1400 lumens, which is 350 ANSI lumens. And I was really surprised. I had pretty much all my lights on and I could still pretty easily see the screen when I was trying to record it. It comes in a handy little travel carrying case that you can easily store a few accessories here in the bottom, like the Bluetooth remote that comes with it. Fun fact, you don't have to use the Bluetooth remote because you can actually use the remote app that they have on the App Store and the Play Store. So another option to control if you don't happen to carry this around with you. The remote is fairly capable. It does connect over Bluetooth, so sometimes there can be a little bit of a lag when it first connects. Once it's connected, it's fine, but if you just pick it up after a while, it may take a second to repair with the projector. That's just something you have with any Bluetooth accessory, like a keyboard. On the back, you have a few different inputs and outputs. You have 2 USB ports, HDMI audio, as well as the power port. Speaking of power, it has about 4 hours of use time, which is pretty solid for a speaker like this. Easily gets you through a movie and probably through a football game or so. It does include Keystone Correction, which is if you ever have the thing at an angle and your video looks skewed, it can adjust for 30 degrees plus or minus on the horizontal and 35 degrees on the vertical. So quite a bit of correction you can do there if it is stuck at an odd angle and your video is getting skewed. On the top, you have a few controls, including the volume buttons, play, pause, and previous and next. So just another handy control there. Volume, it can get really loud and actually has JBL speakers inside, which is really nice. They are really good sounding speakers for a projector of this size. You also have 2 other accessories that they kind of tout along with it. One, which is the little tripod here, works very nicely, has a nice little locking mechanism, and then we have the 3D glasses. That's right, this actually supports 3D, so if you have any 3D video source, you can use any of their adaptable 3D glasses to watch a video with this, and they are active glasses, they are not passive, because obviously that would require a special polarized screen, so they do need to actually have power. I was really glad that they included the projector stand because it has a really nice locking feature on the top. A lot of times small stands like this would not be strong enough to hold a 3.3 pound box like this, but this does because this little lock here, and I can pretty much put it in any angle and it'll lock right in place. So looking at the UI, and I already apologize for some of the banding that you're seeing, which is a little bit difficult to record a screen like this, but you have a few different setting things on the right hand side as well as the main apps here to the left. You can, of course, install other apps. They have a built-in app store where you can add apps like Netflix and HBO to make things easy, as well as a variety of different games. Some things are pre-installed, like YouTube, which worked really well. It has a basic search built in. You can subscribe things. You can sign into your account. I pulled up the IDB YouTube channel, which looks pretty great here. I like to watch these IDB YouTube videos at giant screens on my wall. Of course, that's all I do, all in my spare time. But it also has AirPlay built in, and not just for audio but video as well, which is probably one of the coolest features coming to this speaker, or projector rather. So here you can see I have my iPad mirrored up on my wall, just straight through my projector, no Apple TV or anything else necessary. And you really don't see many or any third-party projectors or video sources that accept AirPlay. So it was really cool to see that. You can rename it on the projector to whatever name you may like. So that means you can wirelessly stream Hulu, Netflix, YouTube, games, photos, whatever you want right onto your wall without having to plug in the HDMI. So that's really cool. My girlfriend literally sat here and played Gardenscapes up on the wall or the ceiling for a little while she was laying on the couch. So I can tell somebody likes this projector. For a business side of things, there is WPOS Office built in, which allows you to view and edit and create Word documents. So you can easily throw up a document on here. There's even options for cloud storage to access. But you can just create a new document as well and just view them right here in the room, edit them, tie in a Bluetooth keyboard, and you can type right here on the big screen without any computer or anything else necessary other than the projector. Now this is running basically a version of Android and has other things you might expect to see on a phone. Like it even has a little app switcher. By holding down the home button, you can view all of your open applications. It looks very similar to what you'd see on a mobile device, and you can jump back in time to any app that you've previously accessed. For those of you who have some network storage attached, that's also supported here. We have this file manager application that allows you to access the local internal storage, which it comes with 16 gigs. But you can also see I have these network ones like my HD Home Run and my MyCloud device. I can jump in, go to my videos folder, I can sort, go to all videos, then go to just maybe movies, and I can just go in here and I can play a movie. So straight streaming off of my network drive, and it'll play through the speakers on the projector and up my wall or my ceiling. This worked really well, and this was a really cool way to do it without having to plug anything in. Something in an account, it just literally just found my drives and played them right here. So this was a really nice feature. There is so much to cover on the speaker, I could not touch on nearly all of it in this video. It has so many useful things, like it has the autofocus built in, and pretty much anytime it moves, it'll automatically refocus itself. So you don't have to pull out the remote and adjust it manually. The images are also really sharp because they utilize square pixels, and it definitely has an improvement over other projectors that use different shapes. Most use regular pixels that are diamond shaped, and you get a much sharper picture when you have square pixels instead. To wrap everything up, basically as a summary, this has a 720p resolution that can handle up to 4K input. You can watch Netflix, HBO, YouTube, all through the in-app app store and directly on the device with no input. But as far as input goes, you can use as a secondary display and mirror things on your Android or iOS device, or plug in an HDMI or USB device. Currently, this is up for pre-order over on Indiegogo. You can get it for $389, which is definitely on sale before they go full price. You can find the link for that below in the description. Let us know your questions down in the comments, and until next time, this is Andrew for IDB.